Hi guys, welcome to another video from Belly Dance with Tahira series. Today we'll be dealing with a figure which is called vertical figure 8. Till now we have already done horizontal 8s. If you are interested, I will leave the links to these videos in the description box below. And today we are changing direction from the floor to the wall, so from horizontal to vertical. And in fact we will need one more movement for the first exercise, and this movement is a hip lock. If you don't know how to do it, check out the video, just click the link which is somewhere here and you will be taken to the instructional video about the hip lock. And after this video you will be 100% ready for the vertical 8. And actually there are two ways to teach this movement, and I will teach you the one that I think is better because it's more comfortable for the further development of different connections between the movements and layering. But I will tell you about this at the end. Now let's try to do this movement in our hips. So we start with our proper body position. The feet are parallel, knees are bent, pelvis tucked in, long belly, chest open. And now we will start with the hip lock. Without the accent, of course, but just doing the hip lock down. We are working with our right hip, and when we do this, our hips are in a diagonal position. The right hip is pointing to diagonal to the floor. The left hip is pointing up to the diagonal also. And in this position, I can do a little slide without changing the position of my hips. So knees stay in the same position and I can do this little slide preserving this diagonal position in my hips. And this is what I need for the movement. And in fact, this is one of or even the most important part of this movement. So once again, I'm doing the hip lock with the right hip, and now I slide to the left diagonal up and then change the position of my knees to the other side. And then once again, I'm doing a little slide and then change and slide and change and slide to the upright, change and slide to the up left and change and slide to up right, change and slide up left, change, slide, change, slide, change, slide, change, slide, change. So you already see that the knees are also very important in this movement because they're working all the time, and also our obliques should be working really hard. And now I want to make this movement round and draw the 8 on the wall. You can think with your hip bones, so the right hip bone draws the right part of the 8 and the left hip bone of course draws the left part of our 8. And once again I will start with the hip lock, and then I'm going out and change, out and change. I'm making now the connection between the points we did and making this movement look round and nice. The knees are working all the time, the feet are flat on the floor, and the upper body tries to stay isolated. And 1 and 2, 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 and 1 and 2. So this is one of the ways to teach this movement, and the other one is with adding the work of our feet. So the other way is they teach like you should lift your right hip up, and then heel is up, you slide outside, and then you put heel on the floor. And once again, hip up with the heel, slide, and heel on the floor. So I'm working more with my heels than with my knees, and in fact more with my heels than with my obliques. So this is a little bit easier for at the beginning, but then I think it gets harder when you want to connect some movements. So I think that staying flat on the floor is better, and using our knees is better to later make progress with this movement and really engage our obliques. So once again, feet are flat, and all the levels we need in this movement we can create by adding the work of our knees. So I've got 1 and 2, and 1 and 2, and 1 and 2, and 1 and 2. And this is how you do a vertical figure 8. So if you like this episode and you've managed to do a vertical 8, give me a thumb up and hit that subscribe button so you won't miss new episodes. And if you have any questions or doubts, leave a comment below and I will answer. And if you are interested in more advanced content, for example, more advanced combos or variations of different movements, if you want to gather information about history, culture, language, psychology, all Oriental dance related, I invite you to check out my Tahira belly dance diary series, of course here on my YouTube channel. And I hope to see you next week for the new episode of Belly Dance with Tahira. Thank you very much for your time and see you soon. Bye!